up, y'all? It's your girl JJ, and I am back with another video. Today I'm coming at y'all with another story time. Okay, so judging by the title, y'all already know what this is about. Okay, so this boy hit me up on Instagram, Toxic Man, and at first he just was like replying to my pictures. So, I go to his page because I'm like, okay, Toxic Man was fine as hell, I'm not gonna lie. He had his little dreads. Like, he was cute. He had a cute little face. Like, he really looked good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, I was drawn in just from his Instagram. So, I'm like, okay, he probably just like one of these regular little, ninjas on Instagram that just DM all type of girls and, just want to waste your time. So, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, whatever. So, I reply back like, thank you, whatever. So, that was it. He didn't follow me. I didn't go follow him. Nothing. Like, that was completely it. So I say like a week later, he come back. So he in my DM again, replying to another story like, oh, you beautiful as fuck. Like, when can I take you out? And y'all, I'm so shy. So I'm just like, like, oh, whatever. We can go out whenever. But y'all, I swear, I'll be really just like playing a role. So I'm just like, yeah, we can go out whenever. And he was like, okay, well, like, I want to get to know you. Like, what's your name? So I tell him my name. I ask him what's his name. Y'all, this man, like, that's another story time. But he lied about his name. He told me a whole nother name that wasn't his name. He told me a name that wasn't even... I knew it was a fake name because I questioned it. Because I'm just like, oh, like, that's your real name? I'm like, what's your real name? He was like, that is my real name. So I'm already like, okay, whatever. I ain't even gonna say his fake name because I'm pretty sure he still used that name. So, we conversating. We just talking, going back and forth. We just like, just getting to know each other. So then he asked me for my number. I give him my number because why not? He was cute. He looked good. He had a nice little car. Like, he seemed like he was cool, y'all. I promise y'all. Like, he really seemed like he was going to be something. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going through a breakup right now. I'm, heartbroken right now. Why not just meet somebody new? So, y'all, I get this man my number. Off top, he texts me, lock me in, blah, blah, blah. I save his number and, we just going back and forth, just talking some more. So, next day come. Y'all, he texts me, good morning, beautiful. I almost jumped out my skin because it's just something about a man texting good morning, beautiful for me. Like, I was like, okay, he has manners. But we would just be like texting back and forth. And, like, our conversations would last like the whole day. So, he seemed real cool. Like, I swear this man seemed like he was just, like, too good to be true. And I would text him sometimes because we was talking for, like, a good month. A good month before we even seen each other. Mind you, he didn't live in the same city, but where he would be at was, like, literally 10 minutes away from where I lived. But I don't know. I just didn't want to fall into a whole nother relationship or a situationship or anything, like, and get my heart broken again. So, it wasn't that I didn't like him. But I just didn't want to take him serious just in case he was playing. Like, I was not trying to go through none of that. So, we just talking every single day. Mind y'all, he would ask to FaceTime. But, y'all, I used to be so shy. I did not want to be on FaceTime. Like, I used to think I was ugly. So I'm like, what if I don't look like my pictures? And he'd be like, girl, you ugly. Like, because, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Toxic Man was real cute. Like, and that's the thing. I was just like, okay, he too fun. Like, is this a joke? Is this a fake page? Like, what is it? Y'all, I was doubting myself. I don't know why. But I just felt like it was just too good to be true. And he would always ask me for pictures. Y'all, this man always wanted pictures of me. And I used to be like, why does he always want some fucking pictures of me? He's like, like, send me some pictures. I'm like, I don't have, like, no new pictures. And he was just like, like, just send me what you got. So I sent him, like, some old little pictures. I don't know why I be playing and don't be posting pictures. So, he was just like, you got some more pictures? Like, you got some sexy pictures? And I'm not the nude type of sexy type of girl, but like take a little cute little pic like that or something. So I'm just like, no. He was just like, well, can you just take some pictures for me? So, y'all, I used to find that odd and weird, but I'm just like, whatever. Maybe he just like pictures, like, I didn't trip off of it. So one day I was feeling myself. I'm not gonna lie. I was really feeling myself. So I took some pictures. And I might put them pictures in. I don't know. YouTube might. I don't know if they're going to be tripping off that. But Anyways, so I took these cute little sexy little pictures. Y'all, I ate them pictures up, okay? But so yeah, I sent them the pictures and he was just like, "Dang, you killing them. Like you look good." And I was just like, "Oh, you just saying that." Like he was like, "Nah, I am not. Like you look good. You doing your thing." So y'all, he used to really just gas me up. So he already used to make me feel like I was just that one. But like I said, I still was too shy to see him. Plus, I had braids in my hair, and I don't know why I feel like I'm not about to. Our first time meeting in Lincoln, I'm not about to wear no braids. I'm not even a braids type of girl, so it's like, no, I want a fresh weave. So I'm telling my homegirl, and my homegirl at the time, this was what did I name her in that story time? Her name was Ashley. So at this time, I'm telling Ashley like, girl, oh my God, I just met this boy and he's so fun. He this, he that. Like, and I'm sending her pictures and she like, yeah, he is cute, but you know, like, don't get your heart broken by him because he look like that type. And at that time, I'm just like, girl, whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know, I ain't looking for nothing serious. So I know this man, you know, this ain't about to be nothing, you know, just probably a little friend. So I'm like, time is going, you know, weeks is passing by, days, all of that. So I'm like, dang. And he always was asking me, like, he would always ask me, when can I see you? When can I see you? And I'm just like, I work, so maybe like next week. So y'all, I was blowing this man off. Like, I would always blow him off because I'm just like, I'm not ready for this. Like, what if I meet him and then I like him? And, you know, like, I was just so, I always think of the worst before I think of something good. He was sort of losing interest, but not really. But I could just tell, like, we wouldn't text all day. And it was just, like, kind of, like, weird. And we had FaceTime one time. He was driving in his car. You know, he was like, oh, you look good. Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should see him now. Like, it's been a month. We've been talking and texting and getting to know each other for a month. Let me just link with this boy. So we set a date to link. Y'all, I took them braids up on my hair. I went and spent like $500 on some bundles. I must have bought, mind y'all, this was during the pandemic. This was early on during the pandemic. So, you know, it wasn't easy to be able to do, you know, go get certain stuff. So it was this one hair company, they was still selling hair, and you could go pick it up. So I ended up going to the girl house, buying my little bundles, y'all. I was doing the most. I swear I was doing the most. So I spent my little $500 on my bundles, y'all. I sold my, it's crazy because my hair looked kind of like this. I think I have a picture, but my hair kind of looked like this when I did my hair. I'm online shopping. I'm buying clothes off Fashion Nova. Y'all, I was doing too much. I bought me some clothes because I'm just like, I want to look good. So the day come for us to link, and I'm taking forever. I'm nervous, I'm scared because I'm like, I was having him come pick me up because where my apartment was when I used to live in Hawthorne, like, I could walk up the street and not even be like by my apartment. Like, I'll be by somebody else's apartment, or I can go to the corner and be by a school or some shit, you know, like. So I didn't have no problem with him coming to pick me up because it's not like he would have known exactly where my apartment was. So y'all, I go outside. I'm nervous as hell. I am so nervous. I call my sister. I call my sister Tori, and I'm like, I'm about to link with this boy. Here go my location. Like, I'm gonna share my location with you just in case. Like, you know, I don't know him. I met him off Instagram. You know, and she just like, girl, what? I'm like, yes, I met him off Instagram, but you know, here go my location just in case something happen. So she like, girl, stop thinking like that. Like, you gonna be good. Like, you gonna be all good. So I'm sending her pictures of him, you know, all that. So he pulls up. Mind y'all, like I said, he was a fly nigga. So he pull up in that S550 Benz, and I'm like, okay, like, all right. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, he pull up in the S550 Benz, and you know, he gets out the car. And y'all, I'm like shaking like a cold fucking puppy. I'm just like, I'm so nervous. Like, I get that nervous feeling in my stomach where my stomach just be tripping. Like, that's how I was. So he get out the car and I walk over to him, and he just like, you know, like, it's good to like finally see you in person. And I'm just like, yeah, I know, right? And I'm just like smiling. So then, you know, we hug each other, and then he opens the door for me. Y'all, I thought that was so sweet because boys don't do that no more. Like, they don't really open doors for you. So I'm just like, okay, he's a gentleman. So he just like, what you want to do? Like, you want to go eat? Like, what do you want to do? And I don't know why, but I don't like to eat in front of people. So I was so nervous to eat in front of him for the first time. So I'm just like, no, we don't have to eat. We can just go, like, you know, like, just sit in the car and chill. So he was like, okay. So I told him, like, yeah, we could just sit in the car. We could just chill. We could just talk. So he was like, all right, well, we can go to my auntie house. My auntie live up the street from you. So I'm like, bet. All right. So we go to his auntie house and we just sitting in the car and we just talking. Y'all, we just talking about so much stuff. Mind y'all, he was so damn fine. Oh my God. That man was so fine to me. Like, y'all don't understand. I really thought this was my dream nigga. Like, I was just like, okay, yes, God, I see what you doing. I see what you doing, and I like that. Because y'all, like I said, I had just went through a breakup. So with me had just going through that breakup, I was just in my mind like, oh, okay, yeah, bet. Like, I don't need you. I got me somebody new, y'all. I really thought, that's all I can say is I thought, and I thought the fuck wrong. So we sit in the car and we just talking. So then he's just like, you want to get out the car and like just walk? And I'm like, yeah. So we get out the car and we just walking up and down the street, y'all. We literally walking from corner to corner, holding hands, and we just talking and vibing. Like, I really thought this was gonna be my man. Like, that, in my mind, that was gonna be my last relationship. We was gonna get married, and that was that. And we was gonna have some babies. Because just off that first night, y'all, I'm telling y'all, we were talking about so much stuff. And sometimes you can meet a person and you might find them attractive. You might feel like, this could possibly be somebody for you, but y'all can't have a conversation worth shit. Like, y'all can't even communicate. It's just like off. Like, it just seems forced, or it just seemed dry. It's like with him, I was able to just, I don't even remember what we was talking about, but I know I was talking and he was talking, and it wasn't forced. It was just like, y'all, we just connected in person. And oh my God, I was just so in love with him off that first night. Like, I'm telling y'all, I really was in love with him off that first night. Mind y'all, we was talking before, but it was just like, to finally see you in person. So, we go back to the car, and he was just like, okay, well, it's getting late. Let me get you back home. And I'm like, okay. So then he takes me back home, and then he calls me. And he just like, it's going to take me like an hour to get home. So, you want to talk to me until I get home? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't mind. So we just talking some more. And he just like, well, when can I see you again? And I told him, like, whenever. So he instantly was like, tomorrow? I wasn't tripping because I did feel comfortable with him after linking with him that day. So I'm like, yeah, we can. He was like, all right, bet. Like, we're going to link tomorrow. So then we talk. He get home. He just like, all right, good night, blah, blah, blah. Next morning come. I get my good morning, beautiful. He told me how much he really liked me and how he liked that we can have a conversation. And y'all, he knew how to butter me up. Oh, that man buttered me up. It's like when I met him, y'all don't understand. Like, he made me so happy. Like, just talking to him and being able to vibe and just have a conversation, and just how many compliments he would give me. Like, he would really boost my ego and tell me, like, you beautiful, you this, you that. I was going through some things, y'all. So my mind just wasn't clear. Like, I didn't have a clear eye view. I didn't have a clear mind. I didn't have anything. It was just like, I went through what I went through, and I tried to jump into something else, and that was the problem. Like, I should have gave myself time to heal. I was in a healing process, falling in love. Like, that don't even make sense. How am I healing from another relationship, but I'm falling in love with somebody? Like, it was just too much. But he got me at a very vulnerable stage in my life, I will say that. So I'm really just in my mind like, I met the one. This is my man. Like, this is going to be mine. So we was talking and texting, and he was just like, like, what you want to do today? And I was just telling him, like, like, I do have to go to work, so, we're going to have to link, like, later on in the evening, but I'm not tripping. We could do whatever. So he was like, all right, I'm going to just pick you up, and we just go, whatever feels right. So I get dressed, y'all, because I loved being a passenger princess. So I got dressed and, he came to pick me up again and we just rode around. Like, we just rode around and we talked and we vibed. And, y'all, I just loved being around him. Like, he made me feel so good. So then, yeah, we didn't want the night to end at all. Like, we didn't want that night to end. So I was like, I'll get a room because I had my own place, but I wasn't just, no, I wasn't just letting nobody come and, come into my space because it's like, it was during the pandemic. First of all, I didn't have my baby. My baby was with her auntie, and I just still, I live with just me and my daughter. I don't want to just have random dudes like in my place. So I was just like, okay, I'll pay for a room. But I'm like, I'm not tripping. Like, it's all good. So y'all, I book a room. We get to the room. Room is beautiful, y'all. I love the embassy. I'm obsessed. So I have a little boomerang on the balcony, like doing the outside and stuff. So y'all, we get the room, we get in there, we just talking. Like, that's one thing I will say, we could talk. We would literally just talk, and we talked all night. My spend a night bag that I packed lingerie, I packed all my smell goods, I packed like, y'all, I packed so much stuff in there. I had took a shower, put on my little lingerie, so I had my little red lingerie on with my little, my red robe, but he didn't try nothing. He didn't try to like touch on me, nothing. It was just like we just was vibing, we just was talking, and that's it. So y'all, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, hold on, this nigga ain't tried nothing at all, and I ain't get this room for nothing. Baby, you gonna have to come up out them drawers. And I'm just looking at him like, yeah, nigga, so you know what's up. Like, this is not a drill. I didn't pay for this room for nothing. You're gonna, you're gonna give it up, baby. You want to give it up. So he comes out the bathroom, and then, we talking some more, and then, y'all, I just start kissing him. Like, I just started kissing him, and I just was like touching on him because I'm like, I want you to know that it's okay. You gonna give it up tonight, baby. So, we do the do. And it was cool, it wasn't bad. It was cool. So, and then we just stayed up some more just talking. We didn't go to sleep until like 5 a.m. So 5 in the morning comes. He was like, you mine, right? And I was just like, what you mean? He was like, you my girlfriend now. We together. And I was just like, okay. He's like, do you want to be my girlfriend? So I told him, yeah, I did want to be his girlfriend, even though he basically forced me into the relationship in the first place. But anyways, so I told him, yeah, like, yeah, I do want to be your girlfriend. He dropped me off at work. He was just like, I'll drop you off because y'all, at my job, this one I did like in home care. So I just would go there, give, Miss Olivia her medication, and then, she'll just send me home. She'll be like, girl, go home to your family. So, he was just like, yeah, I'll take you to work, blah, blah, blah. So he take me to work. I go there. Y'all, first of all, I don't know why I didn't think about packing no work clothes. I thought I was going to be able to go home, but I think when we fell asleep, we overslept. So that's why he ended up taking me to my job. So, I had on this short dress. Oh my God. I had this short ass dress, y'all. That dress was so short. I just kept pulling it down. When I got to Miss Olivia's house, she was like, girl, where are you coming from? Y'all, she was so funny. She was like, what you was doing before you got here? And I was like, girl, nothing. But y'all, she was so funny. But she ended up just telling me like, like just go home. So I'm texting him and I'm just like, you can come pick me up now. So then he come pick me up, and then we go get something to eat, and then he was just like, I don't want to leave. Like, I don't want to leave you. Like, I want us to, like, I want to still be with you. Like, I want to hang out again. And so I tell him like, okay, well, we can. Like, I don't mind. Like, we can do it again. So he was just like, okay, well, I'll pay for the room tonight. So he pays for the room. We go. Same thing. So after that, we were seeing each other like literally every week, a few times out of the week. Like, we were spending so much time on the weekends. I worked overnight, so I didn't see him on the weekends like at all, unless he'll pull up to my job and just like, talk to me, pull up and give me a hug or bring me some food or something like that. During the week, we would literally spend the day. I would go to work, leave and just be with him. So one day, oh my God, one day he just was like, baby, come outside. And I was like, okay. So y'all, I take my little giddy ass outside. I go outside and he walks up to me with this bouquet of flowers. Y'all, I almost cried because I'm just like, I'm a flower girl. I love flowers. So if I tell you I love flowers and you listen and you actually buy me flowers, I'm gonna love you forever. Like, it's gonna be real love because you're actually listening to me. So y'all, he walks up to me with some flowers. I was so damn happy. Like, I was literally like, this is my husband. This, he doing everything right. I was so happy. And I took my little flowers in the house and then he left. Like, y'all, he just literally pulled up only to give me flowers, a hug, a kiss, and then he left. And I was just like, you thought about me like that? Like, you really thought about me? So I go on Instagram, you know, I take a little video of my little flowers and I'm like, Daddy just surprised me with flowers. I'm gonna put that in too, y'all. Look, my husband just bought me some flowers. Thank you, baby. I love my flowers. I was just like, oh my God, this is the one. Like, he was doing everything right, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Like, I just knew that this man was going to be the one that I be with, fall in love with, all of that. So one day, he was just like, let's get a room, but let's get a room towards where I live at. And he lived towards the IE area. So I'm like, okay. And I did find that weird as fuck. Like, at this time, I had, you know what? At this time, I had a little bucket. And my little bucket was not going to make it to Ontario. So I think I did tell him, like, yeah, my little bucket ain't going to make it. So he was like, okay, cool. He was like, don't trip, baby. We're going to get you a new car. Y'all, I'm telling you, he was literally... he was doing all the right stuff. Did he give me a car? No. But I did like that promise that he gave. So then, yeah, he was just like, okay, well, I'll just come pick you up and then I'll take you back tomorrow. So mind y'all, where I lived at to where he was at, that was a whole hour ride. So he literally left from out there, came to pick me up, and then we went towards that way. On our way there, he playing music, he driving, you know, I'm on my phone and I'm on Instagram and I'm just scrolling. A message go across my screen, but it was from his Instagram. Y'all, it was from his Instagram account and he was driving, but the way he was driving, he'll be on his phone like texting. And y'all, I do not like when people do that shit, but it was okay. I put my life in his hands. So, like a fool. So yeah, he's like scrolling on his phone and like sometimes he'll be changing the music, but he did have his phone in his hand. So when I saw the message go by, I forgot what we were talking about. We was talking about something. And at this time, y'all, I used to be in love with my favorite rapper. So I used to say that was my husband. So I don't know if that's what we was talking about. So I'm looking at the messages and I'm just like, why is he messaging me? Like, it just didn't make no sense. So the message was like, who your husband? They replied to my video that I had posted. And it was like, who your husband? And then I asked him, I'm like, why are you messaging me? You know, because I'm thinking he playing because, y'all, he was so funny. He would play a lot. So I'm like, why are you messaging me? And he was like, what you talking about? And so I showed him. And I'm like, you just sent me a message and asked me who was my husband. And he was like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, well, it's off your Instagram. He was like, oh, yeah, so babe, remember I told you that my Instagram had got hacked? Like, I think my Instagram had got hacked by some Asians. Y'all, that didn't make no sense because I'm like, usually that's not the type of questions they ask. They don't ask you who's your husband. Like, they would have said something else that was like, you know, do you want to turn $5 to $5,000? You know, like, it just didn't make no sense. So I'm like, okay. And he was like, let me see the phone. So I gave him my phone and he was like, who is this? And then the person had replied and they was like, it don't matter. So I'm like, what's up with these Asians? Like, why they mad? Like, they got attitudes. So y'all, I'm really thinking that his Instagram did get hacked, but I'm just like, it don't make sense because he does post on his Instagram. So y'all, I'm trying to put two and two together because I'm lost. Like, I'm trying to put these two and two together. So, you know, he was like, just block them. So he had blocked the page. But I don't know, y'all. In the back of my mind, I'm like, something just seems so weird. Like, something seems weird about this. So I was like, you know what? I unblocked the page. So I unblocked the page, and then the person responded. They was like, well, just know that your husband is living a double life and he has a whole family. I felt my soul leave my body. I just was so uncomfortable. I was so mad. Mind y'all, we were already close to the IE. Like, we was already about 30-40 minutes into the drive. And I already had paid for the hotel. So it was like, I wasn't finna be like, oh, take me back home. Da 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 da. I'm about to kill. No. So I was just like, okay, maybe this is a joke. I don't know. Like, whatever. So I'm just sad. Like, y'all, when we first get to the room, he used to smoke. So he would sit in the car and smoke. So I go in, I get the room, you know. I get in there and I'm up in there just making the saddest little videos because I'm just like, yo, I hope this is not true. Like, if this man got a whole family, nobody ever calls his phone, like, ever. So, y'all, I'm sitting there like, no, this is not true. So, I'm already in my mood, like, mad. Like, I'm mad. So, he comes back in the room and he was just like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, you got a whole family? He like, no. Like, how would I be able to have a whole family if I'm always with you? I'm just like, well, you're not with me on the weekends and you ain't with me all the time during the week. So it could be true. He was just like, no, I don't got no family. Like, what type of person would I be if I had a whole family? And, you know, like, no, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm like, well, who is this person? He was just like, my page got hacked. My page got hacked. And I'm just like, I don't know. But y'all, I was so naive and I was dumb. So he was able to kind of get me to, basically believe him. So I'm just like, whatever. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm washing off my makeup. I had just got out the shower. And, like I'm doing my little skincare. And he walks up on me. He was like, if you think I'm lying, I'm not lying to you. Let's take a picture and post it on your Instagram. And y'all, I don't know why. I was really just dumb as hell. So, I did post it on my Instagram, but why was I so dumb? Why didn't I not tell this man to post it on his Instagram? Don't know, y'all. Do not know. Sad. Very sad. And he just like, see, if I had a baby mama, you think I would let you post pictures of us on Instagram? Like, you think I would do that for the world to see? Like, he just really felt like posting on Instagram was for the world to see. It's like, bro, it's not for the world to see. It's for my 2,000 followers to see. Like, calm down. You're doing too much. And barely even 2,000 because my story views was not like that back then. So it's like, calm down, sir. Okay, this is not the world. And I don't know why. I was just like, okay, like I felt like that was enough validation. Like that was enough for me to believe him. I don't know if I'm gonna put the picture because you can see his hand tattoos and I don't know, y'all. So I don't know if I want to put him, put that picture in, but I might. I don't know, y'all, but I might put the picture in. I'm gonna try to block off some stuff. And I believed him, y'all. I really believed that this man didn't have a baby mama and didn't have a family. Like, I knew he had 2 kids, but I just didn't think nothing of it. Like, I swear, because he would always tell me, like, yeah, like, he would make it seem like they had the worst relationship. Because it was a time where he said his tires had got popped, and he was like, yeah, I know it was my baby mama. I'm gonna have to hurt this bitch, and da-da-da-da-da. I do have those messages. So after the little situation with, clearly his baby mama hitting me up from his Instagram, that sounds so crazy. It's still crazy to me too, y'all. So after that, I kind of like, with certain situations would happen, I kind of would be like, if you got a family, just say that. Like, like, it's weird. Like, it'd be times where, man, this man, we would be texting. Next, he'd be like, oh, I'm in the weed shop. I'm shooting dice in the weed shop. Da 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 da. I'm gonna call you back. Like, it just didn't make no sense. Like, you could shoot dice and smoke in the weed shop, but you can't talk on the phone. Like, he would do weird stuff like that, y'all. Like, he'd go missing that night. Every time we did FaceTime, we would only FaceTime in the car, or if he was out, or like, he would never FaceTime me inside his house. Y'all, I had never been to his place ever, but I didn't trip because in my situation, that's how it was for me. Like, I don't know, I didn't want him all up in my place. Like, and plus it was just like fun getting hotels. What was crazy to me is he would always press me about looking for a new apartment for us to live. So he would be like, babe, let's go looking for some places, and what's my problem? I like to move fast too. Like, I like to move too fast sometimes in a relationship. Like, it'd be too good to be true. And I feel like you only live once. We gotta be in the moment. So that's my problem. So I'm looking for places, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, ain't no way in hell I'm about to move in a place with this man, but he ain't never even been inside my apartment. He ain't never met my daughter. None of that, but we over here talking about moving in with each other. Like, y'all, I used to really just be delusional. Clearly, I was real delulu because what was my reason? We were supposed to go get married in Vegas. Like, we really, that's a whole, you know what? That's a whole nother story time because that was just wild. Like, that man really had me in a chokehold, and I really blame myself for being so fucking naive. When you're fresh out of a relationship, do not try to get in another one because your mind, the right side is not working. Okay, just no, don't do it. That's it. Nobody else said anything to me. Like, a real page never came. It was just those messages. So even though, he was able to get me to believe him, I still thought in the back of my mind, like, who, who would be playing like this? Like, this is weird because it's like me. Oh, if it was me, I would have came from my page. I would have let it be known right then and there. I would have been trying to, like, it just wouldn't have been me sending messages from my baby daddy's page and not saying who I am, or, like, I don't know. It was just so weird, y'all. Like, it was literally the weirdest shit that I've ever been through. But that nigga was a goddamn liar. Like, he can lie his way out of any damn thing. Yeah, y'all. I have to the rest of this story. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video for the rest of this story because y'all, it gets crazy. We're gonna save that for another story time. But y'all, that is the end of this story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all. Bye.